My name is Ben and you're watching Batarang to the Butt. Okay, so here's another complicated one, but I love speedsters, so I wanted to make another video about another complicated speedster. This one is all about Bart Allen, aka Impulse. Now Bart's origin takes place in The Flash issues 91 to 93. However, you need some context before I get into that stuff. And so we start with Barry Allen, who is probably the most famous of the Flashes. He and his wife Iris West retire and move to the 30th century. However, not long after, Barry gets called back to his own time, and then he sacrifices himself in a huge DC Comics event called Crisis on Infinite Earths. But back in the 30th century, Iris gives birth to twins. The son then goes on to have Bart Allen. Bart is born with a connection to the Speed Force, just like his grandfather Barry had. But unfortunately, being born with that connection meant that Bart began to age rapidly. So in order to protect the young Bart Allen's rapidly developing mind, he was kept in a virtual reality world. This was designed to keep him sane and to shelter him, but it also meant he had no real concept of danger. In fact, it made the child rather impulsive, hence what would become his codename. Iris decided to bring him back in time with her to see if Wally West, the Flash of modern day, at that time, could fix him. When asked why she didn't go back to a time with Barry, she explains that she has made peace with the passing of her late husband. And so, in the modern day, Wally was able to save him by racing around the world and helping to spark Bart's metabolism into working properly. So Bart's rapid aging stopped, but now he was stranded in our time. Wally West found him to be too much of a handful, and so he couldn't look after him. So Max Mercury, another speedster, took him instead. He and Max Mercury became a great team, and they had a strong connection. Max was Bart's mentor, someone who would teach him all about the Speed Force, and more importantly, how to use it. As a hyperactive young speedster, Impulse certainly got around. He spent time with various incarnations of the Titans and the Teen Titans, but most famously, he was one of the 3 founding members of Young Justice, alongside Robin and Superboy. As with a lot of comic book characters, his story only gets more and more complicated. To summarise though, he has been Impulse, he has taken on the mantle of Kid Flash, he has even then taken on the mantle of The Flash, but only briefly, because he was killed off. But he was then brought back to life as a teenager once again, and then he was wiped out of continuity by the Flashpoint event. And so yes, when the DC Universe was rebooted, sweet young Bart Allen was nowhere to be seen. However, after several years of having no Impulse in comics, he's finally back, yet again. He broke through into our universe after a story called Flash War, and now we're going to be getting him in the newly rebooted Young Justice comic series, which will hopefully dive into how he has come back and where he has been since Flashpoint. If you've enjoyed this video, then please leave a like my Facebook page Batarang to the Butt, and even share this to educate your friends. If you have any video requests about characters or topics that you want me to break down, then please leave it all in the comments below. And thanks for watching.